Good day everyone. Welcome back to JBSWiki. In today's video, we are going to look at one of the most common real-world database challenges, legacy SQL code. If you have ever inherited an old stored procedure and thought, why is this so hard to read? Why is the logic repeated everywhere? Why is it using old coding patterns? And how do I safely modernize this without breaking production behavior? Then this video is for you. Today's topic is SSMS GitHub Copilot Series, Legacy Code Refactoring and Technical Debt Management. We are going to use GitHub Copilot inside SQL Server Management Studio version 22 to analyze a legacy stored procedure, understand the technical debt inside it, and then refactor it into something cleaner, easier to maintain, and closer to modern TSQL best practices. GitHub Copilot in SSMS is designed to help with writing, editing, explaining, fixing, and optimizing TSQL directly inside SSMS, including via chat and inline assistance. By the end of this video, you will learn how to use Copilot to understand old code, how to identify technical debt patterns, how to refactor a stored procedure in a structured way, and how to improve maintainability without changing business behavior. We will also create a complete demo environment with sample tables, sample data, a deliberately messy legacy procedure, and then a cleaner refactored version. So let's get started. Before we jump into the code, let's quickly align on the problem. In most enterprises, technical debt in SQL code usually shows up like this: inconsistent naming, repeated logic, too many optional filters written in a hard to maintain way, unnecessary temporary objects, outdated date filtering patterns, poor error handling, hard-coded values, procedural logic where set-based logic would be cleaner, and very little documentation. GitHub's own guidance on modernizing legacy code highlights a few key benefits of refactoring: better maintainability, easier extension, lower risk when making future changes, and improved testability. Microsoft's SSMS Copilot guidance also emphasizes being specific in prompts and working with connected database context for better results. In this demo, we will take a legacy reporting stored procedure and improve it step by step. I will first create some sample tables. This time I'm going to use the TempDB. I'm not going to create it in a user table, okay? So what I'll do is I will create these two tables here. And then what I'll do next is I will basically insert some data across to these two tables, yeah? So once the insert is completed, I will create the legacy stored procedure, okay? So this is the stored procedure that I'm gonna create. Let me explain once I create the stored procedure. Now that I've created this stored procedure, instead of me explaining this code, what if we ask the GitHub Copilot itself to help us out, yeah? So what I'll do is I will do /explain the code in SQL query 1.SQL. Okay, let's do that. And then let's see what we gonna get here. Okay, we have the response here. So now if you see here, we're able to see that the purpose is to generate an aggregated sales report for customers with flexible filtering options. Okay, so parameters is all optional here. Okay, and process flow, it tells creates a temporary table, stores detailed order information with a calculated amount band field, and then it gives you the data collection, what it is happening, and then it tells aggregation and results. This is how it happens, okay? And key observation, it is telling these are the potential issues. First one, it is telling old style joint syntax, yeah? So modern ANSI joint syntax is preferred. and date comparison inefficiency. Converting dates to strings for comparison prevents index usage. Unnecessary temp tables, the aggregation could be done directly without staging, is what it is telling. And then computed column not used. So amount band is calculated, but never used in the output. Okay, so it tells like it is not at all required. Okay, and it is also telling us good practices. Yeah, so it basically now we have named this procedure as underscore legacy. Okay, so that means like it kind of catches that on as well. It tells like the underscore legacy suffix in the name, such as this is an older version, likely due to modernization with joint syntax and more efficient data filtering. So now, as far as this particular code is concerned, we are able to understand what all problems we have based on these potential issues. Yeah. Likewise, I've done it for one procedure. Now, let's say you have a legacy database and you have several stored procedures there. Then what you can do is like, instead of just pointing out this particular procedure alone, you can ask the GitHub Copilot to look at each and every procedure and give you the recommendations. And once you have the details, then you can concentrate on each and every procedure, and then you can kind of fix it. Now, let me ask Copilot to identify technical debt systematically. And so for that, I'm going to tell like review the code in this SQL query 1.SQL for technical debt, classify findings into these things here, okay? And then suggest a safe refactoring plan that preserves the output shape, yeah? So this is what I'm gonna ask now, and let's wait for the response, yeah. Okay, so we have the response here. Yeah. So now if you look at the output here, the response from the Copilot, first it speaks about the readability. Yeah. So it basically tells like ANSI 89 joint syntax high, uses comma separated table with where condition. Yeah. So now if you guys see here, so this is the one it is talking about. Yeah. From DBO customer C, comma DBO sales order. So it speaks about that. Yeah. Next, it points out cryptic temp table name. So hash T like doesn't mean anything. Yeah. And then mixed formatting, inconsistent spacing in case statements. So that's on the readability. And for maintainability, it speaks about unused computed column, magic numbers, like it tells like hard coded values like named constant or comments, and then parameter sentinel value. Yeah. So this one is like customer ID equal to 0, as all customers could be confusing here. Yeah, because I would say like 0 is kind of a negative value where you basically tell like it is like, for example, kind of a false or certain things. Yeah, so that is it meant here. And as far as the performance is concerned, it talks about the non-searchable date predicates, unnecessary temp tables. So it gives you the whole detail as far as the stored procedure is concerned. And then reliability, it talks about implicit temp table drop and no error handling. Yeah, so it tells like relies on implicit cleanup instead of explicit drop table at the end. Yeah, and then there is no error handling, so it is talking about it. And now finally the modernization opportunities, it is telling like use ANSI 92 joint syntax, replace temp table with CTE. So it tells like use option recompile, add inline table valued function, and use meaningful temp table names. Yeah, not all recommendations should work for you. So it is always better, whatever response you get, look at it and understand if it is going to suit your requirement, and then your code practice, and then you take a decision. Yeah. So now it talks about safe refactoring plan. It basically tells like priority is critical and risk is very low, where it tells like fix non-searchable date predicates and remove unused amount band calculation. Yeah. It also like tells like eliminate temp table. So it gives you a whole lot of information. Yeah. And then you have a refactored version here based on the above things. Okay. So there is an option recompile here. Yeah. To address parameter sniffing problem. I'm not sure if we are having a parameter sniffing problem. So at least I wouldn't include this one as of now. And in case if I have a parameter sniffing issue, then I will think about it. But right now, I wouldn't be doing something thinking like this could be a problem in future. No, I'm not going to do that. Okay. So this is the information that it is given. And also it is basically telling us what are the changes. Yeah. So it basically tells like remove the temp table. So unnecessary staging overhead and impact is like. So likewise, you have all the details. Like for example, it removed this column because it is never used in the output. So it is not at all required. Yeah. And output shape guarantee, it is basically telling like these are the things. And then you have the testing checklist. So basically you need to check these things. Yeah, maybe you can use it in your Excel sheet or something. And then like the first one is like it is telling like execute both version with identical parameters and then compare the row counts, verify the aggregate value match, check sorting order, test with null parameters, test with customer ID equal to 0, and then review the execution plan, should show index seeks instead of scans. So if you can follow all these checklists after you create the new stored procedure based on the recommendation from your Copilot, then I think this should take care of things. It will make sure like it's going to be an apple to apple comparison, but the newly written query is gonna really help you because it is highly modernized. Again, after checking these checklists, it is always very important that you do a testing. Yeah, so you need to have your application connect and then make sure like there seems to be no problem before you move on to the production environment. That brings us to the end of this video. Yeah. Today we saw how to use GitHub Copilot in SSMS, not just for query generation, but for something much more valuable in real enterprise environments. Understanding legacy code and reducing technical debt. We used Copilot to explain an old stored procedure, identify technical debt patterns, suggest a safe refactoring strategy, modernize the code, and create a more maintainable version without changing the business result. That is where tools like Copilot become truly useful, not only in writing new SQL, but in helping us work faster and more confidently with code bases we actually inherit. If you found this video useful, please like, share, and subscribe to JBSWiki. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Jai Hind.